Hello friends, welcome to day 5 of the challenge. For today's class you'll want 2 blocks and a blanket, and we're going to start with our blanket today. So from a fold that looks something like this square shape, you're going to roll it up and make a blanket roll. And we're going to start in a supported back bend. You'll be placing this behind you the horizontal way, and then come to sit in front of the blanket roll. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. I like to kind of smush the blanket a little bit, and it's going to go right about at the base of your shoulder blades, which is really the upper back, not the mid or low back. When you lay down, you want your head, shoulders, and arms above the blanket on the ground, arms out wide to a T, palms up. Sometimes it takes a little wiggling around to find that sweet spot. Bend your knees, bring your feet about as wide as your mat, and let your knees knock in towards each other. Now, if this feels like too much of a back bend, just unroll it a little bit. If you want to place a block under your head for a pillow, especially if the chin is much higher than the forehead, then place a block underneath your head. Once the body's organized, let your eyes close and soften. Start by bringing your attention inward onto the breath. And you don't need to change the breath or do anything fancy with it, but just start to notice how it feels to breathe into the body and how it feels to exhale. As you bring your attention onto the breath, maybe it can start to slow down, get a little bit bigger and longer. So maybe you're able to take these slower, longer inhalations and really full exhalations. And notice with each exhale if you can just kind of soften into this shape. Let your shoulders sink down. Let your ribs move down as you exhale. And then with your next breath in, stretch your legs long on the mat. Bring your legs together. Draw your toes straight back towards your face so you are flexing at the ankle. And try to pull the outer edge of your foot back. And what that means is that rather than having your big toes close to you, you're pressing forward with the big toe mounds and pulling the outer edges of your feet back. This is to help keep your legs in a neutral position. Press your thigh bones down, and then inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling so high that your shoulders lift, but keep the head down. Exhale, start to send your arms back behind you as far back as they'll go. They might not touch the ground. Don't force it. Every inhale, reach back a little more. Every exhale, press your thighs down and soften the front ribs in. Inhale, stretch back. And then exhale, maybe lower the hands a little more. Keep your front ribs moving down and in. Press your thighs down. And then with your next inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. And exhale, lower your hands down by your sides. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. Roll to one side, come off the blanket roll. Move it to the side. And then come into a tabletop position on all fours. Stack shoulders over the wrists. Stack hips over the knees. And spread out your fingers. All right, so let's start with some cat-cows. As you inhale, draw the heart forward and up, slide your shoulders back. Exhale, reverse, round the spine. Do that again. Inhale, arch, open your front body. Exhale, round, open the back body. Do that a couple more times, just moving with your breath now. Keep the arms pretty straight so that the movement is primarily in the upper body. Now the next time you come to that inhale position, pause in your cow pose. Right now your spine is in a position of extension. Pull your heart forward, slide your shoulders back. Feel how your belly is totally relaxed, so you're in a back bend, essentially. Now we want to keep the back bend in the upper body, but we want to lose some of it in the lower body because we tend to overdo back bends in the low back. So lift your pubic bone up towards the navel, tuck your tailbone under a little bit. You'll feel your low belly lift up and in. We also tend to do a lot with our necks, so kind of drop the gaze so the back of the neck is long. And then walk your hands forward about 2 to 3 inches. Tuck your toes under and push back, downward facing dog. Relax the head between the upper arms. Make sure your feet are about hip bone distance apart with your inner heels hidden behind you. Press into every knuckle, every fingertip to send the hips up and back. Of course, if you feel the low back rounding, you bend your knees as much as it helps in your body so that you can send the hips higher. Inhale, rock forward, come to a plank pose. Exhale, drop to your knees and point your toes. Take a breath in, collarbones forward, shoulders back. Bend your elbows, lower all the way to the belly. Stretch your legs long and back. Tense your fingertips off to the side so your elbows are over your wrists. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift your head, chest, and shoulders off the mat. And as you exhale, dip your right shoulder to the center and twist to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, dip your left shoulder and twist to the right. Inhale, center. Let's do each side one more time. Exhale, dip right. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip left. Inhale, come through center, lift up any amount higher. Exhale, lower down. Place the hands by the low ribs. Push up onto all fours. And then downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Stay for the breath out. As you inhale, lift your heels, come high on your toes. End of your exhale, step your right foot in between your hands and drop your back knee to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Make sure your front knee's over the ankle. Sweep your arms forward and up, low lunge as you breathe in. Stay to exhale. Press your back shin into the mat. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift your pubic bone up towards the navel. And then keeping the tailbone heavy, you might inch the right foot forward and bend the knee just a little more. Take an inhale, reach your arms higher. Exhale, sweep your hands behind the low back, interlace fingers, right thumb on top. Shoulders back, press your knuckles up and back as much as you can. Don't worry if your arms aren't straight. Press your shoulder blades into the chest. Take another breath here. Ground through the right heel. And then exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Bring your right hand behind your head. Twist to the right. Try to aim your right elbow up towards the ceiling. Now, option to stay or tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. Take another inhale here. Exhale, round your spine. Bring your right elbow towards your left arm. Let's do that again. Inhale, twist to the right. Try to aim the right elbow up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round. Bring right elbow towards left arm. One more time. Inhale, twist. Exhale, round. Inhale, twist. Stay as you exhale. You might reach your right arm to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Right by the left thumb, drop your back knee, untuck the back toes, and then reach the arms forward and up. Stay as you exhale, ground through the left heel. Lift the left hip up and off the thigh. Try to aim your tailbone down. Keeping that, maybe walk the left foot forward an inch, bend the front knee another inch. Keep rooting down through the back shin. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Interlace fingers behind the low back, left thumb on top. And then start to stretch your knuckles back and up any amount. Find that lift in your chest. Stretch the knuckles up and back. Another breath here. Exhale, release your hands down. Bring your left hand behind your head and start to twist to the left as much as you can. Aim your elbow up towards the ceiling. Now you can stay or tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Breathe in. Exhale, round your upper back. Bring left elbow towards the right arm. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, round in. Inhale, twist. Last time, exhale, round in. Inhale, twist. Maybe reach the left arm up. One more breath here. Bring your left hand down. Step to downward facing dog. And then from down dog, lift your heels and take a little stroll to the top of your mat. We'll meet in a forward fold, feet about hip bone distance apart. Bend your knees, let your head drop. Keep a bend in your knees, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And once the chin lifts, inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Come back into your body, back into your breath. Bring your hands to your hips. Step on your left foot and start to bring the right knee into your chest. Keep your gaze super steady. Grab the right ankle with the right hand. Aim your right knee down for a quad stretch. Try to bring your right heel towards your bum. Bring your legs as close together as you can. Try not to back bend. Curl your tailbone under. And then maybe reach your left arm to the sky. Stay for another breath or so. If you get wobbly or fall, it doesn't matter. Just get back into it. Breathe in. And then exhale, release. Right foot down, arms by your sides. Shrug it out. Shrug your shoulders back. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift the weight into your right foot. Keep your gaze steady. Bring left knee into your chest. Grab the outside of your ankle with your left hand. Point the knee downwards. Bring your legs as close together as you can. Bring your left heel towards your bum. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift the frontal hip bones up so you're not in a back bend. Maybe reach the right arm up. And breathe. Try not to tense up. Relax the jaw. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. Keep the lift in the chest. Another breath in. All right, exhale, release. Left foot down, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips. Chest forward, breathe in. Plant your hands, step your left leg back. Make sure your front knee's over your ankle. Inch your foot to the right a little bit so you're not on a tightrope. And then come up to a high lunge with your hands at your hips and bend your back knee quite a bit. Ground through the right heel, lean your chest back a bit so the chest is over the hips. Tuck your tailbone under, your back knee might bend even more. And now interlace fingers behind the low back, right thumb on top. Take an inhale, just keep your hands at your low back for now. As you exhale, bend your back knee, you might tap the mat. Inhale, make the back leg a little straighter. Exhale, bend your back knee, maybe a little tap. Inhale, make the back leg a little straighter. One more time, that's it. Exhale, bend. Inhale, a little straighter and hold. Stretch your knuckles up and back as much as you can. Can you lean your chest back a little bit? Ground through the right heel. Push the left thigh back. Take another breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down. You might grab blocks for pyramid pose. Keep your feet as they are. Straighten your front leg. Doesn't that feel nice? Give the legs a little break. Heart forward. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Fold in a little more as you exhale. Take about 2 more breaths here. Relax the head. Relax the jaw. Steady the breath. And then bend the front knee. Lose the blocks. Plant your hands on the mat. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to a plank. Exhale, drop to your knees. Point your toes. Take a breath in, chest forward. Exhale, lower to the belly. Stretch your legs long and back. Bring your hands by your low ribs. Make your hands as light as possible. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lift up any amount. Exhale, lower. This one will hold. Inhale, lift up and hold. Now press into your feet. Every toenail. Start to lift the kneecaps. And then make sure your elbows are over your wrist. Slide them back if you need to. Feel free to stay here. This back bend might be enough. Or if you'd like to take an up dog, press into your hands. Lift your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. If you need a child's pose, take a child's pose. It's your practice, remember. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Foot in line with the right thumb. Drop your back knee, but keep your back toes tucked under. Lift the torso, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Make sure your front knee's over your ankle. Take an inhale. Stay upright as you exhale. Turn your chest to the right. And then inhale, come back towards center. And that's just what we're going to do again. Exhale, twist to the right. Now notice if your head is going to the right but not your upper back. Keep your chin in the center of the chest. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do that again. Chin in the center of the chest. Exhale, twist to the right. So now your back is doing the work, not your neck. Option to stay or hook left elbow outside the right knee. Option to stay or straighten your back leg. Squeeze your right hip back towards the left heel. If the back knee is up, push the left thigh up. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Take another breath in. And then exhale, hands to the mat and step your left foot forward. Hands to shins, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, folds. Come all the way to stand, reach your arms out and up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Front knee over the ankle. You might inch your foot to the left. Bring your hands to your hips. Come to a high lunge with a nice bend in the back knee. Lean the chest back. Get chest over the hips. Move your front ribs down towards the frontal hip bones. And then interlace fingers behind the low back, left thumb on top. Take an inhale, just keep hands at low back for now. Exhale, bend your back knee, maybe tap the mat. Inhale, make the back leg a little straighter. Exhale, bend. This is just as hard for me. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. We've got this. Inhale, make the back leg a little straighter. Hold. Now maybe stretch the knuckles back. Lean the chest back. Front ribs in. One more inhale. Push the right thigh back. Exhale, lower your hands. You might grab your blocks and straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose. Let your head just relax towards the ground. Breathe into your back body. We did a lot of front body opening so far. Rebend the front knee. Plant your hands. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to a plank. Drop to your knees, point your toes. Breathe and chest forward. Exhale to the belly. Stretch your legs long and back. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Let's hold this next one. Inhale, lift up. Stay to exhale, drop the gaze slightly, back of neck long. Walk your hands back so your elbows are over your wrists. It makes a 90-degree angle with your arms. Feel free to stay or come to upward facing dog. Lift your thighs, roll the shoulders back. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, raise your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee, keep your back toes tucked under. Bring your hands together in front of your heart as you lift the torso. So for me, I feel like I need to move my front foot to the left, just widen the stance a bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate your chest to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Can you keep the chin in the center of your chest? Exhale again, twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left and hold. Option to stay or hook right elbow outside the left knee. Option to straighten the back leg if you'd like. Press your front knee a little to the left. Every inhale, find more length in your spine. Every exhale, can you twist a little more? One more breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right foot forward. Fold over your legs. Bend your knees, relax the head. Keep a bend in your knees. Start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your chin be the very last thing to lift. All right, and then keep your feet about hip bone distance apart. Bring your hands to your hips. So we're going to do one more standing pose. We're going to take dancer's pose, which is a back bend. It's a balance pose. You're standing on one leg. It's a back bend, so one leg is in hip extension. There's a lot going on. It's hard. Work through it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just try. Keep your gaze steady. You'll start by bringing your left knee into the chest. And then this time reach for the inside of your left ankle with your left hand and pause. Try to bring your knees together. Micro bend your standing leg and reach your right arm up. And now start to kick your left foot up and back any amount. And maybe even do this at a wall, right hand at a wall. Keep the gaze steady. Can you keep your chest facing forward? Kick your left foot up and back, reach your right arm up. Take another inhale. Come back towards center, bring your left knee back into your chest. Reach the arms up. So we just did hip extension with the left hip. Now we'll do flexion. Straighten your left leg, lift it as high as you can for 3, for 2, and 1. Left foot down, arms by your sides. Okay, wiggle it out. Let that go. Let's do the other side. Hands to your hips. Keep your gaze steady. Right knee into the chest. Reach for the inside of your right foot or ankle. Pause. Bring your legs as close together as you can. Micro bend the standing leg. Raise your left arm up. Begin to kick the right foot up and back. So the energy of the pose is up and back. Go up with your heart, up with your left arm and your right foot. Turn the chest forward a little more. Now keep the right foot up if you can. Bring your knee into your chest. Reach the arms up. Stand up tall. Straighten the right leg as high as you can for 3, 2, 1. Release. Right foot down. Shrug your shoulders up and back a couple of times. Maybe a little twist. Just let your arms kind of splay out to the sides. And then come back to your mountain pose. Rest your arms by your sides, palms forward. Draw your shoulders down and back, widen the collarbones. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, step to a plank pose. Knees can be up or lower them to the ground. Full breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Bring your left arm out wide to a T. Lift your left shoulder away from the ground. Try not to let it touch the floor. You're gonna roll onto walk your left hand a little to the left first, and then roll onto your left hip. You can stagger your legs or stack them. You can bend that top knee. I kind of like to just stack legs here. Try to keep your left shoulder lifted and roll onto your left side as much as you can. Try not to back bend, but lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. And breathe. Just use that right hand to continue to roll to the left, turning your ribs to the right, but keep lifting left shoulder away from the ground. And now slowly release. Come back onto your belly, slide the left hand in, and then other side, bring your right arm out wide to a T. Walk it to the right a little bit, lift the shoulder away from the ground, and then roll onto your right side. And do whatever you want with your legs. Your head can come down. So keep inching the right hand to the right. Keep lifting the right shoulder away from the floor. Try not to backbend. Tailbone down, ribs draw in. Use that left hand to just push into the earth, to roll onto the right side a little more and turn your chest left. And then slowly just roll onto the belly. Slide your hands by your low ribs. Push up onto all fours. And come to a child's pose. Big toes touch. Rest your arms in whatever way feels best. Allow the hips to rock back towards the heels. Maybe roll the forehead out a couple of times. With your next inhale, roll up. Sitting back on your heels. Swing your feet off to one side. And then come to lay down on your back. Bring your feet to the ground. And then draw your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg long on the mat. Hug the right knee in towards the right shoulder as you push forward with the left foot. And if you want to straighten the right leg, bring your hands behind your right thigh. Go ahead and do so. Just bend and straighten that right leg a couple of times. And then maybe straighten it, find a little stillness, push up through the heel. And draw the toes down towards the face. Bend your right knee. Bring your right knee across your body to the left, coming into a twist. Bring the right arm out to the side. Try to relax the right shoulder. And maybe the gaze goes to the right. Imagine your right hip moving away from the right shoulder. Breathe into the right side body. And then slowly come back towards center. Bring your left knee into your chest and extend the right leg long on the mat. Pull the left knee in as you push the right foot forward. And then if you'd like, extend the left leg up. Hands can come behind the thigh. Just bend and straighten your left leg a couple of times. And then find a little stillness. Push up through the heel. Draw your toes down towards your face. And now as you exhale, bend your left knee and bring your knee across your body to the right. And bring your left arm out to the side. Maybe the gaze goes to the left. Try to heavy your left shoulder. Even relax the fingers. Start to put in less effort. And slowly come back towards center. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground, and find the midline of your mat. Now for Shavasana, I encourage you to take that blanket roll and slide it underneath your knees. And then extend your legs long on the mat. You want the blanket roll under the knees, legs about as wide as the mat. Rest your arms by your sides. Of course, if there's any other props you like for Shavasana, excuse me, then take them. Allow your eyes to soften, your shoulders to relax. Invite a deep breath in through your nose. And take an open mouth exhale. Let your body relax everywhere. Trust that you did enough. You did exactly what was meant to do. And now balance all that with rest. And this is where we will end our practice. I encourage you to stay in this shape for at least a few breaths longer, if not a few minutes longer. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti. Peace.